Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's me, Millie Money. I'm back. How's everybody doing this afternoon? All right, man. I got a good baseball for y'all tonight. The Reds versus Braves. Yeah, so tune in. Let's check this out, y'all, and enjoy, y'all. Let's make this happen.
John Shambi on the play-by-play with you. Chris Singleton providing the color. And Chris, we're not in for ideal baseball weather in this one. It's cold out there, so it'll be interesting to see if that impacts the game at all.
Boog, this is one of those nights where position players want that pitcher to have a nice tempo. Keep things moving. Don't take forever in between pitches because it just makes it colder out there. You get stiffer and you're not ready to make a play like you need to be. So that's the emphasis, I think, on cold nights like this.
It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Atlanta Braves. First pitch coming at you right after the break. Just about set to go now. And on the mound now, Grant Holmes. And Singy, we were talking earlier about how he's doing a great job navigating through tough spots.
Well, he's been a very dependable starter for his club, and what stands out for me is that left-handed hitters have really struggled batting below 200 against him, and it just tells me they have a hard time tracking the baseball. Maybe it's the release point, maybe it's the motion, but just some way, somehow, they've got to figure out a way to pick it up and try to have some success from the left side.
And that one upstairs, ball one. Next pitch misses way outside. Swing and a ball popped in the air out to shallow center. That one gets down for a hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning. Now it's the Reds DH, Matt McClain. Swing and a miss. There's the slider. It's 0-1. Holmes, 28 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2014. There's a strike. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Nobody out, runner at first. In the air, right field. White pulls it in on the run. Here's the lineup for the Reds. This team can really pile up the runs, Chris. They're among the top teams in scoring this year.
Yeah, and when you can get a lead and be out in front, it really changes what that opposing manager can do with the bullpen. And on top of that, it helps your own pitching staff. It gives them more margin for error. So instead of pitchers squeezing the ball, trying to throw darts and be perfect, they can relax, let the ball come out of their hands and pitch effectively. So that offense and the ability to score runs also helps the pitching and the defense.
And a swing and a miss.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Next offering is downstairs. The pitch. Got him swinging. And there's 2 away.
That right there is one of those breaking balls that you swing through and you feel like you should have done something with it or at least spoiled it away. But when it's breaking in on you like that, if the spin is tight enough, it can actually tie you up.
And now it's Gavin Lux. First pitch misses. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
1-1. Instead of letting the hitter get his arms extended, tied him up a little bit, slightly up, slightly in.
Friedel, the runner at first with 2 gone. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Two outs.
Nope, that's inside.
Puts it in the air out towards left center. Ozuna makes the grab, and that is that. Reds leave 1, and now the Braves will get their first crack at it. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Back here with my pal Singy, and our pitcher in this game, Hunter Green.
Well, he's been a real quality starter for his club, and coming into this one, what stands out for me is that right-handed hitters have really struggled, batting below 200 on the year. It seems that they have a hard time picking up his release point and tracking the ball into the zone. So we'll see how right-handers do against him in this one.
We go to the bottom of the first. Here's Alex Verdugo. That's in there. Strike one. And ball one.
1-1.
Next offering misses down and away. Pop up here, third base side, Espinal. Makes the catch for the out. And there's one down. Let's take a look at our lineup. This is an offense, Chris, that's having a hard time scoring runs right now.
Yeah, sometimes things just aren't going to click, and unfortunately what happens is players press, they try to do a little bit more, and they get out of their game. You've got to let the game come to you. If you chase it, it's going to run from you. So this is a team that just needs to calm down, relax, and understand that they're going to come out of this.
Austin Riley in the box with one away as he takes ball one. Riley was a kid in high school that was scouted by most teams as a pitcher. In fact, 95% of the teams wanted him as a pitcher. But I actually asked him, were you interested in being drafted as a pitcher? And he told me directly, no, I hated it. My arm hurt all the time. Way out front for strike two.
1 ball.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
That one way outside, and a count now even up. That's down and in.
3-2.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
One out, base is empty. And they'll do it again. One down, base is empty. That's ball four. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn that walk.
Here's Marcelo Zuna. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Not close with that one. One ball, one strike. Now one missed. Man at first, one away. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Cut on and lifted in the air. Friedel gets under it. Makes the grab for the second out.
First baseman.
And the batter now, Matt Olson. That's inside, and it's 1-0. And another ball.
Inside, ball two.
He never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
That one is absolutely belted back there. And it hits the fence. Here comes Riley. He'll score easily.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle. Allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer. And he hit the ball on the screws.
So runner at second, 2 down. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. That misses the zone. And that is ball one. And there's a ball. And he hits a ground ball right side. Steer steps on the bag, inning over, and it could have been worse. The Braves add one on the RBI double. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're dialed into the show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. Holmes back to work. Check swing. Did he go? No, he didn't. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95.
One ball,
Mike
one strike.
Fillmore, our plate umpire. Very consistent with his zone, Chris. Gets a lot of praise for that.
He does, Boog. And I think that with any umpire, you really just want them to be consistent. Fillmore's a guy that does a good job back there in that way. So people around the league really appreciate his consistency.
Next pitch is outside.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Base knock center field. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Gotta love the resiliency he showed in that at bat, battling with 2 strikes. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
And now the first baseman, Spencer Steer. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. Runner at first with no outs here. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. To first, not in time. Great effort there.
Tough play right there. Didn't really have enough time to set his feet and make a strong, accurate throw. Had to rush it, but he got it off, and he got it there in time to get that out at second base.
And here's the catcher, Tyler Stevenson. Holmes picks to first.
Oh, he's safe.
That one in there across the letters. Steer leads off first with 1 away. On the ground right side, and that's just foul. Oh, and 2 now. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2. Got him. That's out number 2.
Man, he had a stanky leg on that one right there. That curveball just locked him up.
Here's the left fielder. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Tying run is at first here at the top of the second.
Runner,
The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. There's the ball. Throw. Safe.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job at controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one the other way. Base hit. Coming home. He'll score, and it's an RBI single. It's 1-1.
Well, we're starting over again, all tied up. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field, and that's all he had to do is get some to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Runner at first with 2 away. In now for the Reds, Rhys Hines. That pitch clips the outside corner, and it's 0-1.
Ball game is still tied. They can get out of this inning with a tie game.
Two outs. Foul ball. That one
ball,
not close.
2 strikes.
And it's 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Outside, that's a ball.
That one is upstairs.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitter's got to stay focused on the pitch.
Tied up here in the early going. So now 2 on and 2 outs.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
So the batting order turns over. TJ Friedl, the next to hit for the Reds. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single.
Ball.
In the dirt, but kept close. Nice job behind the plate there. Ripped, but it curls foul. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time.
2 straight.
Fights that one away, still 1 and 2.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit, all even at 1 apiece. Back here in Atlanta, we head to the bottom of the 2nd. So down to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II. Late on that fastball.
Cold night like
0-1's the
tonight,
count.
last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out
0-2.
front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
Eli White now at the plate as he swings through strike 1.
0-1.
And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Swing and a high fly ball right field. Hines makes the grab, and that quickly 2 away.
Batting 8, catcher, Drake.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Drake Baldwin. And the first pitch fastball is in for a strike. 2 outs, base is empty. Upstairs. And now it's even 1-1.
That was absolute gas. Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Popped up. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. Braves go down quickly here. Score remains deadlocked at 1. And we're back. All set for the start of the inning. Now it's the DH, Matt McClain. Swing and a fly ball in the air out towards right center field. Makes the grab, 1 down.
Well, that's a tough play for the infielder, ranging back into the outfield. There's part of him that's saying, hey, where are you at, outfielder? Call me off. But he stayed focused and made a nice catch right there.
And the batter will be the shortstop, Ellie De La Cruz. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. So a man aboard now with 1 away.
A late jump, and I think that was the difference on the play, Boog. It's not always easy seeing the ball off the bat. Something to improve. One down.
Here's the second baseman, Gavin Lux.
Runner!
There goes Ellie. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
When your catcher's not a great thrower, you have to do a better job of controlling the running game. And that's throwing over, that's stepping off, doing whatever you can to try to keep that base stealer's rhythm off. Well, they weren't able to do it right there. They're going to have to make some type of adjustment. Our players are going to be running all game.
De La Cruz, the runner at second with one away.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Most guys are very aggressive when they see the stakes out there on the base paths and can't understand why he wasn't ready to swing the bat. You've got to be ready to swing the bat in a situation like that with the go-ahead run in scoring position.
So digging in, Santiago Espinal. 1 for 1 with a single so far. That misses. Ball 1. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. The 1-0. This one in the air, right field. White in position. And that is that. So 1 left for Cincinnati. Score remains tied 1-1. Back at Truist Park, bottom of the inning. Now in for the Braves, Nick Allen.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt in the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even the pitcher's mind as to the conviction in the call. I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
The shortstop takes the ball.
2 strikes.
Stays alive. Goes down looking.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. It's hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it'd be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
Verdugo in the box now as he leaves that one up high. Two balls, no strikes to count.
No strike.
And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. One down, base is empty. High fly ball out to center field. Friedel snags it for the second out.
Now batting, third baseman, Austin.
And the batter now, Austin Riley. The walk and a run scored his first time. That one finds the zone, and that is strike one. On the inside corner for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first two pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Next offering is down low. And that's downstairs and outside. The other way, and he beats the shift, and that one finds its way through. And that keeps the inning alive.
Now batting, left fielder,
Marcell Ozuna coming up to hit.
All around, I think if you asked anyone in this organization who's the best hitter in the lineup, they would say him.
Swings through that one. 0-1.
The two-hole hitter showing so much versatility, understanding the situation, gets on base with 2 out to bring possibly the best hitters in this lineup up to the plate in this inning.
1-1.
In the dirt. Two gone, but the go-ahead run is at first here in the last half of the third. Hot shot to third, to second, Lux, and that ends the inning. Braves strand one, still tied 1-1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Out of the fourth, and ready to hit now for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. Pitch is in the dirt, and that's ball one. Steer goes 5 feet 11 inches, 27 years old, and he was a third-round pick back in 2019. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
Well, you just got to tip your cap on that take right there. I mean, that's not the location you're hoping for and looking to do damage in a 2-0 count.
Headed towards the corner, and a foul ball. And now it's filled up. On the ground to third. Riley fires to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
So up next, Tyler Stevenson. He's 0 for 1. It feels like we might be headed towards a rain delay if the weather doesn't ease up, Chris.
Yeah, the umpiring crew are going to pay attention to how the weather is impacting this game. And the moment it becomes dangerous, I think, is the moment we'll be forced to take a break. Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Next offering is fouled back. Just missed.
Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
And he walked him.
Ball 4. First base.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Go ahead run on base. Now the left fielder, RBI single his last time up. And the first offering is not close.
Maybe losing command a little bit after the walk. Next pitch, not even close.
Stevenson stands at first with one out. And that's too high. Movement in the Atlanta bullpen. Spencer Schwellenbach up and loosening in the pen. Montero also throwing. And a foul ball. Next offering upstairs. It really feels like we might be running out of time before a rain delay is called. This rain is not letting up.
Yeah, and if we do get a delay, the unfortunate thing is the clock's going to start ticking on these pitchers, and they won't be able to keep their arms warm forever if it's a long break, and going to have to exit this game a little early.
Fights it off. He'll see another. All tied up. Top half of inning number 4. Got it. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late. Gave up on it a little bit early.
Looking for his first big league hit right here. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
It's just been an impressive outing so far. Continues to pound the zone pitch after pitch, and he's been able to stay down. That's what's been key. And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
1 ball.
Squirts away a little bit. Two outs. Scrapes through that one. It's a strikeout. Reds leave one. On to the bottom of the 4th. Tied 1-1. Back here in Atlanta, bottom 4 is Matt Olson down. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Just missed.
Looks like he's being a little cautious with him in this at-bat after doubling the first time up. Doesn't want to make another mistake.
That one's in there, and that's strike 1.
The healthy cut, tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
The next offering misses. Full count, 3-2. That one misses. So a leadoff walk.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to hit. Grounded out his first time up. And fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike two.
No
Threw that
ball, 2
fastball
strikes.
right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
That
1 ball,
misses. Now
2 strikes.
1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. One and two here. Now one
2-2
miss.
count.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Ground ball could be two. There's one. Out. On to first. Double play.
Oh, man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
And now the center fielder, Michael Harris II. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Off the
Ball
mark
one.
there. And the count even 1-1. Just
Ball
missed.
upstairs.
2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Fouls one off. 2-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Two now. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Swing and a pop-up. De La Cruz makes the play, and it's out number 3. And the Braves go down quietly. 5th inning coming up. Tied at 1.
Now pitching.
We're
the
back,
Braves.
and there's a new arm on the mound to start the
Number
5th.
56.
Spencer Schwellenbach.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Friedel in the box now. No balls and a strike.
Well, these Reds, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost...
Oh, this one high and deep. Way back there. Gone. And to the deepest part of the park. And the Reds jump out in front. It's 2-1.
That's a fun way to take the lead. Just hit one out of the park. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it.
Matt McClain, the next to hit for the Reds. 0 for 2 in this one. And that is downstairs.
1-0.
And it's 1-0.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're at the top of the 5th. And
Nope,
another
that's off the
ball.
plate. Ball
The
2.
real threats are coming up. Already given up a home run in this inning. He's going to really have to bear down.
And a swing and a miss.
2-1.
And that one fouled off.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That one just misses the outside corner. And that's ball 3. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
I love to see guys compete, and I know he's frustrated that he wasn't able to do anything with that pitch. You see it so well, but you have to respect the upper 90s velocity. Man, it is hard to catch up to.
Now it's going to be Elly De La Cruz. In for a strike. Good slider.
The Reds signed Elly in 2018, but it took a few years for him to stand out in their minor league system. In 2021, he went from an unranked prospect to a player on a fast track to the majors. Few scouts out there believe a growth spurt helped change Elly's entire career.
0-2.
You know, the Reds were lucky they even noticed De La Cruz. They sent a scout to the Dominican Republic to watch a different player, but Elly was playing in the same program. The Reds liked what they saw and offered him a deal the very next day.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Smoked on the ground a second. Slinging it to first in time.
Now batting, second baseman, Gavin Lux.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Gavin Lux. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Two down, nobody on. To the right side. Albies whips it to first. That's out number 3. One for the Reds on the homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. It's Major League Baseball on the show. And we're back. John Shelby with my buddy Chris Singleton, and set to get us started. Bottom 5, Eli White. Green back to work. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, and that is foul. They tried to get him to chase on a slider down and away. That misses the zone. Ball 2. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Battling here as he fouls it away.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
And it remains 2-2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, that right there is just a pitcher's pitch, tailing away from the hitter, blowing away with some good action at the end. You know, even if he gets the bat to that ball, it's probably just a weak ground ball to the opposite side. Tell you what, that's a tremendous 2-strike pitch.
Now it's the Atlanta catcher, Drake Baldwin. That clips the corner. The Braves trailing by a run, last half of inning number 5. And ball 1.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Way inside.
Still just the second batter of the inning, and on the mound he's already thrown 13 pitches. They got him working hard out there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Great location with that 2-strike fastball. I tell you what, as a hitter, you're looking to protect the outside part of the plate, stay back on something off speed. So many times that location with 2 strikes, you just can't get around on it, and that's a tough one to compete with.
And next for Atlanta, Nick Allen. He was a strikeout victim his first time. The shortstop takes the ball.
Counts 1-0.
2 outs. Swing and a miss. Chased it out of the zone.
No, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he's attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
So a foul ball makes it 1-2. And that's down and away.
2 strikes.
That missed by a lot. And that's ball 3. And they'll do it again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side in the 5th. Offense held in check there. We're through 5. It's the Reds 2 and the Braves 1. New inning getting started. Now the third baseman, Santiago Espinal. Clips the corner. 0-1. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Dylan Lee preparing to come on if needed. Montero also getting ready. On the outside corner, got him looking. Next for Cincinnati, Spencer Steer. There's a strike. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're the top half of the 6th. That one's in there. 0-2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
That's in the dirt. Look out.
First base.
That fastball drilled him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him.
Now batting
Tyler
catcher,
Stevenson, the
Tyler
next to hit for the Reds. He is struck out, and he is walked. In the air, out towards left center. Ozuna makes the grab, 2 down.
Now batting left fielder Jacob Hurtubise.
Here's the left fielder. Schwellenbach checks
No,
on
he's safe.
first, and he's back in on a dive. That's
That's a
down and
ball.
in. Steer leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Big time jam
1-1.
right there. I hate it as a hitter, but standing in center field, you can't help but chuckle a little bit.
In the air, left field, down the line. Nobody can get there, and it's a foul ball. Schwellenbach with a move to first. Steer back in on a dive. On the ground, out to short. Over to Albies.
He's out.
And that is the inning. So no runs on no hits, no errors, and 1 left on. Top of the order due up in the home half of the 6th. It's the Reds 2 and the Braves 1. Back now for the bottom of the 6th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Nick Martinez.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year, so the defense should be active.
So here's the Braves designated hitter, Alex Verdugo.
Alex Verdugo.
And that's
That's
a
a
little
ball.
bit high. Ball 1. Activity
Ball
in the
1, no
bullpen.
strike.
Brent Suter up and throwing for Terry Francona. Rogers warming up as well. Strike 1.
Man, he really sells the
ball, 1
changeup
strike.
with that arm action.
And it
Ball.
is 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball. And it stays fair.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. He smashed that ball the other way and kept it fair down the third baseline. Did an excellent job of just throwing the barrel at the ball, even though he was a little late on it.
No outs. Runner at first. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Austin Riley. And that chops in for a strike. Late swing, fouled off. Swing and a miss. That's a strikeout. Pulled the string on the changeup.
Now batting.
Here comes Ozuna up to the plate.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Oh, look at the stop. Off-balance feet. There's one. Double play. What a clean killing to end the inning.
They made it look easy, but it started with a nice feed to the second baseman from the shortstop. Perfect turn, and they're out of this jam.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Rafael Montero.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And now, Reese Hines.
And there's one thing on his mind this at bat, getting that first hit at the big league level.
Right through there for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
And that one is lifted in the air. White sizing this one up. Drops into the glove. One down.
Up next for Cincinnati, center fielder.
So digging in, TJ Friedl. It was a homer for him back in the 5th. Just a solo shot, but an important swing in this game.
Yeah, and it was a beautiful swing as well. Everything just came together timing-wise, and he blasted it out of here.
Montero
Yep,
in his 9th season, 34-year-old vet, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. There's a strike, 95 of that one. Headed towards the corner, and that's a foul ball. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. One down, base is empty. Swing and a ball popped up. Olsen hauls it in, and there's 2 away. Next is the designated hitter, Matt McClain. 0 for 3 in this one.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
That's the 3rd. Throw on to Olsen, and that'll do it. Nobody left for Cincinnati as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Brent Suter.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Well, 1-run game. Here's Matt Olsen. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Sneaks through, base hit. And that puts the tying run on base.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at-bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
No outs, runner at first. Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Line drive, base hit. Throwback in quick quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
That was just a total nightmare for lefties. I'd be very surprised to see that matchup again. Solid swing from start to end, on time with everything, really good balance, nice extension, and he met it out front for the line drive knock. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ballgame.
Now in for the Braves, Michael Harris the second. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Trouble. Runner around third on his way to the plate. He comes across to score. The Braves tie it up. Now he launches a throw over his head.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
Out of the dugout, and he's going to make a change. Brent Suter departs, and he leaves in a one-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. New pitcher for the Reds, Emilio Pagan.
And that's a big potential run out there at second as he comes in trying to keep the deficit where it is. For the infielders, they got to be thinking about keeping the ball from getting by them into the outfield any way they can.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Eli White next up for the Braves. First offering, and it just misses. Harris at second with nobody out.
That's ball two.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike one.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that's through there for a strike. And the count's even at 2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Here the bottom of the 7th. Now this is in the air down the line. And a foul ball. Hitting to right. Harris rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw is outside, and he's in to score. And they take a 2-run lead.
Well, he wasn't afraid to hit with 2 strikes. I think he choked up a little bit, maybe spread out, but he got the job done right there.
Now the catcher up to hit, Drake Baldwin. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. And that is out of play. Got him swinging. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective.
Gosh, here it is, hit it. 3-pitch strikeout, all fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Nick Allen now at the plate, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Pickoff throw. Runner on the go. Cut out and missed. Sailed at second, and he easily steals the bag. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Pitch misses there, and the count 1-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. In the air, center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Alex Verdugo.
So now here's the DH, Alex Verdugo. 1 for 3.
He's been such a good hitter with runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion, and he's in full speed.
Runner at second, 2 down.
No, inside.
The 1-1 is fouled off.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Man at second. And down on strikes he goes. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. So they get 3 and jump ahead late. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Braves 4 and the Reds 2. Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Dylan Lee.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Swinging a foul straight back.
One and one.
Action in the pen down there. Raisel Iglesias, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. De Los Santos getting cranked up as well. Line drive, leaps, and he's got it.
He put a really good swing on that pitch and hit the ball hard. You know, line drives won't always find a hole, but the more you can hit the ball like that with good exit velo, the better off you're going to be in the long run.
Gavin Lux, the next to hit for the Reds. In there at the knees, it's 0-1. And that drops in for a strike.
Well, he's got ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
1 down, base is empty. Swings and misses. Slider got him for strike 3.
He's really good hitting the baseball the other way. So credit the pitcher for having him out in front of that pitch. Clearly he had him fooled.
Santiago Espinal, the next to hit for the Reds. That one finds the zone. That's strike one. Next offering is outside. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
Feel like a change-up right there. Just pulled the string.
Lefty continues to work, but the closer getting loose in the bullpen. Pitch misses there, and the count is even 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. And 1-2-3 go the Reds. They trail it here 4-2. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Taylor Rogers.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Here comes Austin Riley.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That's in there. Strike one.
Some hitters are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Outside. And it's 1-1. That hit him.
That ball hit
And
him.
the leadoff man is aboard to start the inning. So a man at first. And here is Marcell Ozuna. On the ground, could be two. Steer over to second, back to first, and that is a double play.
For me, that's one of the toughest double plays to turn on the infield. The first baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Here is Matt Olson. And the first pitch misses for ball one. Two down, nobody on. And that's in there at the knees for a strike.
Ball two.
Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
2-2 the count.
Two outs. And down on strikes. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning. Braves go down quickly here as they can't add to their 4-2 lead. Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
Well, he's the guy they hope to turn to out of the pen to lock down wins. So this game has gone to plan, more or less. Let's see if he can wrap it up here.
In now for the Reds, Spencer Steer.
Spencer Steer.
Top of the zone for a called strike.
If you're not ready for that pitch, you're just going to swing and miss or pop it up, waste the at-bat. If you're going to let it go, you better be ready to swing it.
Strike two.
He doesn't seem to like the pitch up. Hasn't offered on either one of those pitches. 0-2 count now. I think the guy's going to climb the ladder out there.
The 0-2. Fouls it back with 2 strikes. The 0-2. Almost got him.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Swing and a miss, and he got him. He didn't make it easy for him on the mound, but they still get the strikeout.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Stevenson stands in now and watches strike 1. Foul ball there. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. The Reds now down to their final out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Reds down to their final out. And here is number 26. There's a swing and a miss.
0-1's the count.
And it's strike 2.
Yeah, that's a swing you'll see a lot against a good sinker. Just right over the top. Tough to barrel that up.
1 strike away. In the air, left field, down the line, and that's a foul ball. Oh, 0-2 now. And a good eye
That's a
there.
ball.
That turns out to be a really good take right there, but you don't want to end this game with the bat on your shoulder.
And that one's a
Whoa, that's
little
down.
bit low. And that's ball 2.
He's really tightening up his hitting zone with 2 strikes here. I love it.
Ground ball, and this should do it. Ball game.
Whether you're a season ticket holder or you just come to a couple of games a year, to see your team win at home, there's just something special about that. Good job by this team to get it done for the hometown fans.
And your final 4-2. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.